This is the first video of the video series I'm going to be making on how to mod 7 Days to Die. The first place you're going to want to go is to your C drive and go to this PC, Programs 86, Steam, Steam Apps, Common, 7 Days to Die, Data, and delete that. I already had that, but what we're going to do is copy that and paste it in. Because what this is going to do is give you a backup, so in case you make any mistakes, you can just come back to this one. So what you're going to do here is open up items and localization, and I already have that opened up in here. It's items and localization. So what I'm going to do is create a forged item, so forged steel. Actually, let's make a raw iron, or iron fragment. How about that? So we'll make an iron fragment here, or a different one at least. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to the last item. I'm going to space it and make sure it looks nice, just because, and this is where the item ID will go. Item ID is pretty much what defines an item, just so there's no conflicts between each item. It is valued by an item ID, so it's an item ID and an item name ID. This isn't the actual name of the item though. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a custom item, so let's do diamond fragment. Now I've already provided this in the description, so you can just copy it if you want, but I'm going to go down and paste this in. So now I'm going to go over what all these values are, and this is what we call a custom icon. So a custom icon, what it does is pretty much takes an icon from another item. So let's say we have a forged steel. This item I created will take the forged steel icon. But since we have a fragment, what we're going to want to do is type in iron fragment. Make sure that's just like that. So this is a tint value. So a tint is pretty much gives a different tint to an item, so you don't have to actually make your own texture. So we're making a diamond one, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to paste in a tint from right here. All you got to do is search an HTML color picker on Google and just pick your color and copy the ID right there. And then extends is pretty much what you're going to need for your item to actually work. Iron fragment, hold on. So what this does is it pretty much takes the iron fragment, all the attributes and stuff of it, and applies it to this item. You just want to need that. I don't really know how to go in depth with this, just put it in there for just sake. So this is a description key. This is where you're actually going to put a description for your item. So what I'm going to do is item fragment description, and that is where we get into here, but that'll be in a minute. So this is a mesh file. A mesh file is pretty obvious. When you hold this in game, this is the mesh file that you'll have, so it will show a sack prefab. A drop mesh file is the same for the mesh, but when you drop it, it will show a sack on the ground. Material, leave that the same. Weight, leave that the same. Stack number, this is obviously how many items in a stack it can have, so we'll do 1500. Sellable to trader, true or false. I'm going to do true, and make it, let's say, $50 each. The hold type, that is pretty much different, like animation you have for each item has a different hold type. So like for a gun would be a different ID, but for a diamond fragment it's just 45. You're not going to mess with that, or the drop scale, or the bundle size, or the group. Just leave that all the same as when you copied your item. So now that this item's done, what we're going to do is we're going to save it, and I'm going to go into localization. Now I've already provided this in the link below, so I'll also paste this down here for you guys to copy if you would like. And what we're going to do, this is the name of the item we just created, so we will do diamond fragment. And for the same as here, diamond fragment. Now one thing to note is to make sure that the D is capitaled on description, and make sure description is actually at the end of the actual item that you're creating. So now what you're going to do is at the end of this is you're going to actually put the name here. So what I want to do is put diamond fragment, and then I'm going to put 4 commas at the end. That's just how it is, and that's how it is. Oh, actually I messed up here. This is want to be up here, because that's actually the description right there, as you can see. So I want to put that up here. For the description, it's different. What you're going to do is you're going to put in a quote and another quote, and at the in between those, it's where you put the actual description. So this rare or is not common to find, but is very valuable. Okay. So now that we have that, we can save that, and it should be good to go. Now we should be able to go in game and test it out here. Okay, so now that I'm in game here, I'm just gonna press F1, type in CM, just the creative menu, and I'm gonna go down, and I'm gonna see that my item is actually here, which is Diamond Fragment, and it cost, you know, let's take 1 here. No sell price. Did I not add a sell price? I thought I did, actually. Not too sure, because it costs 3,000. But for 1, there's no sell price. Oh, hold on. Oh, you need 5 of them, I think. 5 of them cost 10. Ah, I see. Okay, that's interesting. So anyways, yeah, that's how to create a basic item. And yeah, stay tuned for the next episode where I show you guys how to do more in-depth things on this modding of 7 Days to Die. So thank you for watching, and see you next time.